Take a cold, hard look at yourself right now. On the outside, you might appear composed, perhaps even successful. But what is happening within your internal sanctum? Your life force is leaking. No, it is being bled dry. You wake up with a shred of motivation, but by mid-afternoon, you feel a soul-crushing lethargy, as if your very essence has been siphoned away. A single sharp word from a colleague, a judgmental glance from a stranger, or a minor, unexpected variable in your day, and your inner peace collapses like a house of cards. This is not burnout. This is not stress. Let's be brutally honest, your vital life. Energy is being systematically harvested by a parasitic structure we call the pendulum. You are paying a real-time tax to a predator that feeds on your agitation. You try to fix it with affirmations and morning meditations, but that is like pouring expensive wine into a shattered bottle. If you do not plug the holes in your energy field, your life track, your reality will remain frozen in this cycle of lack. Today I am handing you the keys to a fortress. If you deploy the energy shelter I am about to reveal, your energy will remain inviolable, regardless of the chaos surrounding you. Welcome to Mind Design Lab. In our previous episode, we mastered the frequency of miracles through the unity of mind and soul. But the world is a predatory place. The moment you elevate your vibration, the environment, the matrix, conspires to drag you back down. Today is about defense. We will expose the thieves of your spirit, and in part 3, I will give you a tactical manual for immediate implementation. Pay attention until the very end. Your survival depends on it. Why do we crumble so easily? Evolutionary psychology tells us humans are hardwired to fear. Social exclusion, it's an ancient survival instinct. Pendulums exploit this evolutionary glitch with surgical precision. They are energy constructs that sustain themselves on your reaction. Analyze this coldly. Criticism is not information. It is bait. When someone snaps at you, "Why are you like this?" they aren't interested in your character development. They are provocateurs seeking a payout. They want the high-purity emotional energy generated by your shame, your fury, and your resentment. The second you snap back or spend your night ruminating on their insult, you have issued a VIP pass for the pendulum to drain your accounts. This is the primary leakage path. It is why most people stay trapped in mediocrity and pain for a lifetime. To stop this, we must deconstruct importance. Leakage only occurs when your mind assigns excessive value to an external object. If you are desperate for your boss's approval, you have turned that boss into a nuclear detonator within your energy system. Conversely, if you view that boss as nothing more than a nameless wildflower by the side of the road, if you drop the importance, their words become mere static. They cannot touch you. It is never the external attack that destroys you. It is the weight you choose to give that attack. The heavier the significance, the faster the energy transfer. If you wonder why rude people always seem to find you, it is because your energy field is in resonance with them. Pendulums do not hunt at random. They strike the frequency that matches your hidden guilt, your inferiority, or your fear of being a victim. You are broadcasting a signal that says, "Attack me." Predators instinctively smell the gap in your armor. Building a shelter is not an act of patience or enduring. It is a high-level intellectual rebellion. In reality, transurfing, human will is a finite resource. If you exhaust this resource defending yourself from trivial insults, you will have zero fuel left to manifest your desired future. Therefore, starting now, reclassify every criticism as a theatrical performance. They are actors, you are the audience. Let's get uncomfortable. You are not losing energy because you are too kind. You are losing it because you are a people pleaser. You seek approval to mask your internal lack. When someone is rude, you ask, "What did I do wrong?" In that moment, the game is over. You have volunteered to be their emotional trash can. You value their mood over your sovereign peace. This is the tragedy of the good person. You think you are buying peace, but you are actually selling your soul in installments to satisfy a parasite. And what about your anger? You think it's a righteous shield. You are wrong. That flare of temper is exactly the paycheck the pendulum is waiting for. Does your life improve the more you rage? No. Your head fills with vengeance, and the work that actually matters remains untouched. Pendulums grow fat on the wreckage of your life. Your midnight worries and your comebacks in the shower are nothing. But you carving out your own life force to feed a phantom, from a critical standpoint, anger is a declaration of surrender. The moment you explode, you are a puppet dancing to a script you didn't write. The shelter is not a meditation. It is a survival skill for a world that does not want you to succeed. Most people, deep down, want you to be as miserable as they are. Deploying a shelter is a blood-sworn decree. I will not give you a single milligram of my life force. When criticism comes, do not dress it up as feedback. It is a robbery. Do you leave your front door open for a thief? Then why do you leave your mind open for a critic? Why does their opinion keep you awake at night? Is it because they are right? No. It's because you have outsourced your self-worth to the mouths of others. Because you have not defined yourself, you allow them to define you. The shelter is the exercise of your right of refusal. People say, be an observer. But it fails because you still believe the play is real. When your boss screams, you think it reflects your value. It doesn't. They are just a desperate soul screaming in their own internal hell. Why are you welcoming their filth into your heart? Look at them with a cold, clinical eye and withdraw your attention. We are addicted to being emotional hosts. If praised, we soar. If insulted, we sink. This roller coaster is the energy extraction machine designed by the Matrix. Building the shelter means stepping off the ride. When the attack comes, you must have the cynical detachment to say, "So, what? That's your projection, not my reality." This cold, intellectual distance is your final line of defense. But beware, the deadliest enemy is already inside the fortress. It is the toxic fungus of self-depreciation. External criticism only hurts because, in the dark corners of your mind, you agree with it. "Yeah, I am a failure," you whisper. This is like planting a time bomb inside your own shelter. The pendulum senses this internal treachery and amplifies its strike. True mastery of the shelter requires you to treat yourself as the most sacred entity in your universe. When you decide that no one's opinion is permitted to breach your walls, the shelter becomes harder than diamond. Now let us move from theory to execution. I will now provide the 3-step practical protocol to preserve 100% of your energy and isolate yourself from the hyenas. Step 1, the 5-second lag decoupling. A pendulum's strike travels at the speed of light. Your nervous system is wired to react. Instantly, heart rate climbs, muscles tense. This is the peak moment of leakage. Your first order is an intentional 5-second freeze. No matter how insulting the words, do not respond. Do not even change your facial expression. Count to 5 slowly in your head, while observing the speaker's pupils as if they were a biological specimen. This silence is the power on button for your shelter. By not reacting, you disconnect the energy line. You win the moment you refuse to play. Step 2, the transparent man visualization. If the attack persists, you must harden the outer shell. Imagine the insults as physical objects that simply pass through you and shatter against the wall. You are a ghost, a witness, not a physical target they can touch. Simultaneously, take tactical physical action. Leave the room. Say, "I am busy," and walk away. Many stay in toxic conversations because they don't want to be rude. This is not politeness, it is self-mutilation. Your shelter is only complete when you exercise your right to exit. It is a tactical retreat to protect your assets. Step 3, the energy purge. Once the event is over, the residue remains. How could they say that to me? Your mind loops. This is a lingering energy straw left by the pendulum. You must purge it. Write down exactly what you feel, then physically destroy the paper. Burn it or shred it. Your brain needs the physical act of destruction to register. The event is over. Then wash your face with ice-cold water. Imagine you are rinsing off their negative frequency. This is not a mood change. It is a ritualistic realignment of your energy field. Clean the interior of your fortress and lock the gates. Vadim Zealand asks, "Are you the master or the prey?" We build the shelter to protect our intention. You cannot create a new reality if you are constantly reacting to the old one. The shelter is the only clean room where your future can be born. Critics are just extras trying to ruin your masterpiece. When you remain calm in your shelter, you stop being a slave and start being a sovereign. The energy shelter is not a cold wall, it is an act of supreme self-love. Carry this sentence, "My peace is mine to keep." When your energy is preserved, the world will eventually fall at your feet. Your fortress is complete. Now even the pendulum's attack becomes free energy. A true transurfer doesn't just block the attack, they absorb the momentum. When insulted, think, "Thank you for the energy. I will use your hatred as fuel for my success." When you refuse to be a victim, the very energy meant to destroy you becomes the wind in your sails. True power is silent. In the world's power structure, the apex predator does not bark. Your silence and your calm smile in the face of toxicity. will terrify your enemies. Why? Because you are starving them. By not reacting, you dissolve the other person's ego. Your shelter becomes a mirror that forces them to face their own internal rot. This silent charisma will make you the dominant force in any room. Why has your life been standing still? Because you leaked your fuel before you ever reached the launch pad. In transurfing, reality is a projection of energy. Once you preserve 100% your excess, energy begins to reshape the world around you. This is the secret of outer intention. The shelter is the only way to accumulate the capital needed to switch your life track. You are now the monarch of an impregnable fortress. Enjoy the storm outside, it cannot reach you. If this message resonated with your soul, do two things. First, subscribe. You know how to defend tomorrow in part 13. I will give you the weapon. The frame technique. We will use the energy we saved today to forcibly seize your desired reality. Second, declare in the comments, my peace is mine. The act of writing is the final ritual of installation. Your energy belongs only to your future. Sleep in peace within your shelter. I am Mind Design Lab. Thank you.